the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
A man accused of murder will appear in court today in Belfast. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A group of neo-Nazis held a rally in Maine over the weekend, and Maine is expanding the emergency order to help stop the spread of invasive emerald ash borer that's the threat to Maine trees. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. A small craft advisory is up until about the noon time frame for your Tuesday. Active surf will be possible today, at least in a parts of tomorrow as well, before it begins to get trimmed back. But for now on land, we're looking pretty good. We're going to be watching for increasing clouds for most of the day, so we're going to be watching for a small chance for a little bit of snow and maybe a little bit of rain. I'll try to sneak in here going from the west, going toward the east. This will be a late afternoon into the evening type event, though. We'll be watching for a little bit of precipitation. So most of the rest of the day will be good, but there's that precipitation right there arriving later this afternoon into the evening time frame. But getting out of here pretty quickly by Tuesday morning, just some clouds and some sunshine to start things off. Otherwise, though, some wind as well, some sustained winds up to 15 miles per hour at times and gusts up to 20 miles per hour, even 30 miles per hour cannot be ruled out either before we start to back things off as we head towards the Tuesday. So for today, lower 40s, increasing clouds, maybe a few snow showers late in the day. South wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mid-30s, a few rain and snow showers cannot be ruled out. No big deal at all. South wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, here we go. Mid-50s, partly cloudy and mild out there. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. Increasing clouds, maybe a chance for a few snow showers late. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. A man accused of murder will appear in court today in Belfast. 47-year-old Matthew Pendleton is accused of killing Kevin Currett of Lincolnville on January 6. Police say they were called to a home on the Thorndike Road for an unresponsive man. Currett's death was later ruled a homicide, and Pendleton was charged with causing his death. He's now charged with 1 count of murder and will be arraigned today. Pendleton has been held without bail since his arrest. A group of neo-Nazis held a rally in Portland on Saturday. Portland police say that a group of 20 to 30 people calling themselves the Nationalist Socialist Club held a march through the Old Port, Monument Square, and City Hall in Portland. According to the group's website, they're a neo-Nazi group with a small chapter based in the New England region. The Portland Police Department says the group was confronted several times and that some of the minor skirmishes broke out. However, no official complaints were filed with the police department, and there were no reports of any serious injuries. Portland police say they monitored the event throughout. No arrests were made. Governor Janet Mills has tested positive for COVID-19. The governor made the announcement last night, saying in a statement, quote, "Other than a scratchy throat, I feel fine." She will isolate for at least 5 days in accordance with CDC guidelines. Governor Mills credits the COVID vaccine and boosters for her mild symptoms. You may remember the governor previously tested positive for COVID-19 in April of last year. She isolated and recovered within a matter of days. Given the circumstances, though, the governor will not be joining First Lady Jill Biden during her visit to Maine this week. A Farmington woman is still recovering following a close encounter with a bull. Police say the 43-year-old woman was out for a jog Friday afternoon when she was charged by a bull on a trail. She was lifted off the ground by the animal's horns but was able to escape to a nearby tree line. She received stitches for a small laceration but is otherwise okay. Police say they managed to find the bull's owner, who went to the scene and secured the animal along with a large pig that had also escaped. Authorities are now considering whether any charges will be filed against the animal's owner. The transgender community is speaking out against a lawsuit filed by Bangor Christian School. It's suing to be able to receive public funding while having the freedom to exclude certain groups of students while attending the school. We spoke to Maine Transgender Network Executive Director Quinn Gormley, who says the lawsuit flies in the face of well-established standards in the state of Maine on how state tax dollars are spent. Gormley says if the school wants to receive public funding, they need to embrace and abide by the Human Rights Act, which prohibits discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
This is part of, I think, a coordinated effort to ensure that LGBTQ students, and I think any marginalized student can't be protected so long as someone objects to the inconvenience of having to care about another human being's needs. If they don't want to follow those rules, they have the option as a private institution not to accept public funds, and they can discriminate against anyone they want to if that's the case. So they need to decide which way they want to go. They don't get to have it both ways.
Maine is expanding the emergency order to help stop the spread of the invasive emerald ash borer. That order restricts the movements of ash trees, green ash waste, firewood, and any other materials that could be a means of the emerald ash borer transportation. The expansion follows the discovery of infestations in Corinna and Newport, as well as 2 towns in Oxford County. The infestations are suspected to be a direct result of humans moving the emerald ash borer as they stow away in wood or other materials. A statement says everyone should be concerned about the future of ash trees in Maine. The expanded emergency order covers Kennebec, Knox, Waldo, Penobscot, Somerset, Piscataquis, and some southern Maine counties. You can get more information at foresthealth@maine.gov. A weekend-long expo featuring dozens of Maine businesses wrapped up Sunday in Bangor. Devin Dagnall has the story.
Sunday marked the conclusion to the second annual Great Home Expo at the Bangor Cross Insurance Center. Director of the expo, Jess Pearl, says that this year's event featured double the businesses its predecessor did.
We've got over 80 local Maine businesses and organizations represented, a little bit of everything for everyone.
According to Pearl, the attendance for this year's expo easily topped last year's with well over 2,500 guests and brought with it a few more attractions for the whole family.
Of course, we have home improvement contractors set up, and we also have some things that you might not expect to see at a home show. We've got a couple of insurance agencies here, really trying to just offer services to anyone that might live in a home. We also have a kids' corner up in the back, so that's been a busy corner as well.
Pearl says despite the sudden growth, the whole weekend went incredibly smooth.
Everybody is really easy to work with. They're excited to be face to face with people, and it's my favorite weekend. It's been a lot of fun.
The event saw a mix of seasoned home improvers looking to work on their next project and first-time home owners trying to get an idea of what could be.
So we're just looking for some inspiration. Bought a house a little bit over a year ago and just thought we'd come check it out.
It's been fantastic. Everybody here is very kind, very passionate about what they're doing. I don't feel oversold. I highly recommend it if you're not here yet, and if it's closed down, book it for next year.
In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
As rising costs force some Maine businesses to close, some are hopeful that newly proposed bills could help bring them the help they need. Our David Ledford spoke with business owners about what's on the horizon.
In the 5 years since we opened downtown in 2016, our labor costs doubled, and our revenue stream stayed exactly the same.
Some Maine legislators are seeking to update Maine's bottle bill. The program originated in 1978, offering Mainers 5 or 15 cents on eligible returnables and helping to keep litter out of the state's natural environments. However, some redemption center owners say that inflation and rising labor costs have put many businesses in a tough position.
It's hard to get help because you're competing with the other places, restaurants and that, which are now paying the higher rate to get employees. And it's creating a problem for the redemption centers throughout the state. If they don't resolve it, you're going to see a lot more that will be closing.
Some redemption centers have made the switch to a self-service business model because, whether it's cans or bottles, the cents just aren't adding up.
We screamed from the rooftops, anybody who would listen, and redempts were closing all over the place, and the decision was we could either close or go to a self-service model, and that was the way we could continue to stay open and stay profitable.
Under current law, redemption centers receive a 4.5-cent handling fee for each returnable collected. Several of the proposed bills seek to change Maine's bottle law. Senate President Troy Jackson's proposed bill, LD 134 SP 73, would increase the fee by more than a penny. If passed, Jackson's bill would mark the second time since 2019 that the handling fee has increased. However, some say that time is an important factor when it comes to the future of Maine's bottle recycling.
If we can't pay our employees, we close, and it's as simple as that.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, we'll tell you about a hike that helps the homeless. We'll be right back.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
My insurance kept going up and up and up and up.
I was getting a lot of mail about Medicare, getting pretty confused about it.
I could never have navigated through the loopholes.
Somebody said something about Senior Planning Center.
I heard of Senior Planning Center, so we called them.
Senior Planning Center was a lifesaver for us.
I couldn't begin to do it all on my own, but Senior Planning Center did it all.
Gave me all my options and signed me up with what I needed within an hour.
Senior Planning Center helped us so much.
Biggest help I could ever have asked for.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ present the latest in photo booth technology, the Magic Mirror Air Booth. We offer unlimited prints of beautiful 4x6 full-color photos and unlimited photos sent directly to your phone. The new Magic Mirror Air Booth is available for proms, weddings, birthdays, class reunions, and corporate events with one of the largest selection of props available. You can book the Magic Mirror Air Booth and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deal. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Hi, this is Jason.
And this is Jessica from Tossie's Checkout,
a family-owned business located in Glenburn.
Inviting you to come experience that welcoming hometown feeling when you're visiting our neck of the woods.
Come check us out.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
An annual fundraising hike returned to the Bangor waterfront Saturday in person for the first time since the start of the pandemic. Mainers from near and far turned out for the 28th annual Hike for the Homeless, benefiting the Bangor Area Homeless Shelter. Organizers say the event is the biggest fundraiser of the year for the shelter, which saw more than 2,000 visitors over the past year. Despite the rain, many gathered to show support.
It's cold and it's wet, but when this is all over, we have a place to go and we can look forward to going and taking a warm shower. There are a lot of people out here in the streets today that don't have that option.
Organizers say that state and federal funds only provide 1/3 of the shelter's budget, and the group relies on donations to stay open. To donate to the shelter, visit bangorareashelter.org. They say you're not supposed to play with your food, but what about dressing up as a delicious vegetable? Our David Ledford spoke with volunteers who did just that for a good cause.
Thank you so much. The 12th annual Hancock County Food Drive kicked off at 11 grocery stores across the region. From Bucksport to Winter Harbor, volunteers clad in their favorite fruit and vegetable costumes came out to raise funds and collect food for 19 food security organizations in Hancock County, including food pantries, school backpack programs, and free community meal programs.
It's really an incredible collaboration across the community, and now it's needed more than ever. With SNAP benefits being cut and rising food prices and rising fuel prices, the need is just greater than it ever has been.
Organizers say as many as 1 in 5 kids in Hancock County are in a food insecure household, and the month-long event helps to spread awareness of the issue.
We just have a lot of fun dressing up and getting people's attention so that they can sort of tune into the notion of food insecurity. If you haven't experienced it yourself, sometimes it's very difficult to understand how traumatic it can be for families.
The food drive will continue throughout April with a pancake breakfast, movie night in the park, a Miles for Meals challenge, and more. Organizers say the event's continued success is thanks to the generosity of Hancock County communities.
People show up for this project in a really big way. Like I said, this is our 12th year, and we're able to raise a lot of support in a short amount of time. Our goal is to raise $50,000 this year.
To learn more about the event or help out, visit hcfooddrive.org. In Ellsworth, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Bangor's American Rescue Plan Act funding will finally be made available to qualifying groups after nearly 2 years thanks to a new website. Starting today, local organizations can begin applying to receive a part of Bangor's more than $20 million remaining pandemic relief funding. The city partnered with the Heart of Maine United Way to accept and screen applications. Heart of Maine representatives say putting these funds to use is an important step for the city.
This ARPA funding is a critical investment for the city of Bangor and the surrounding communities. It provides an opportunity to really leverage change that's sustainable and community-wide and surrounding a lot of different areas.
The city of Bangor will ultimately decide which organizations will receive the funding. The website went live at 8 o'clock this morning. Groups will have until April 26 at 4 p.m. to submit an application. To reach the website, visit bangormaine.gov. After the break, doctors say it doesn't matter how old you are, you should probably get your cholesterol checked. We've got details when we return.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
I got hurt in a car accident, and I've got some questions. Can a lawyer start working on my case for no money up front? Could I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the Twos and let's talk about your case.
I called the Twos, and Lowry & Associates got me $300,000.
Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Hewitt Lift and Rolodoc creates
the strongest, simplest, and most reliable dock system. With one simple goal:
to get you on the lake
faster and easier than anyone else. Because at Hewitt, we build stronger.
After 40 years of quality building, we get it.
Hewitt family builds for your family.
For your family.
For your family.
Stand on the solid foundation of the Hewitt family.
Docks, pontoon legs, and boat lifts.
You work hard, play harder. You deserve a Hewitt.
Mason's Brewing Company is using social media to crack down on a concerning trend. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
So we noticed one, it was a couple weeks ago, and then we had two back-to-back nights.
What Mason's Brewing Company owner Jake Bridges is referring to here is known as a dine and dash, or when diners leave an establishment without paying. Seeing an increase in the amount of dine and dash incidents, he decided to do something. Bridges took to Facebook, singling out those who took off without paying with a picture of them and their faces covered with smiley faces, calling them Mason's Guests of the Week.
So we thought, hey, we're going to throw it out there, see, one, if we could maybe get these people to pay, and then also bring attention to it.
In just a day, the post generated a ton of comments calling out the guilty parties and demanding they settle up inside the restaurant. Customers agreed. Dine and Dashers deserve this.
I think that people should be held accountable for making those choices, and when you're making a decision that negatively impacts your community, I think your community should hold you accountable for that.
People that do, obviously, are a different tier of morality. It's just a little disrespectful.
Bridges understands people can make mistakes. However, he highlights the importance of the unwritten rule in the restaurant industry.
I want you to enjoy yourself, great food, great drinks, have just an overall wonderful experience. And then, of course, we're in the business of hospitality. So then the agreement is you pay.
In Bangor, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Masons has since identified the people in the photos and says everyone paid their tabs. A library once frequented by E.B. White and his family has started a campaign to fund some much-needed additions. Over the next 2 years, the Friend Memorial Library will be trying to raise $2.5 million. Campaign Chair Bill Cohen says the decision to start raising funds came after a 2-year study concluded the library not only needed improvements, but would also be able to raise the capital to fund them.
We did a feasibility study in terms of could we raise capital money. That came back and said we felt we could. And so this week we are officially on the road.
If you would like to donate to the campaign or learn more, visit friendml.org. If you're a younger adult, you may never have considered getting your cholesterol checked. Doctors say knowing your numbers, no matter your age, may be important for your health. With more, here's ABC's M. Wynn.
It's recommended that people over the age of 40 get a lipid panel early and ask to have it added to their annual blood work if their doctor doesn't already order it. Cholesterol is a super important substance in our body and is needed to make cell walls, create hormones, and protect cells, but it can also cause harm. In addition to total cholesterol, a lipid panel will measure both HDL, known as good cholesterol, and LDL, or bad cholesterol levels. It also measures triglycerides, or fatty acids in the blood that the body uses for energy. These levels are directly affected by diet and exercise, and high levels can increase your risk for plaque buildup, fatty liver disease, heart attack, and stroke. Those at risk for high cholesterol are those with high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, premature heart disease, vascular disease, and those with a family history. Doctors say it's not only important to know your numbers, but also talking to your provider so you understand them. Getting a lipid panel isn't hard. Just ask your doctor the next time you're in. With this Medical Minute, I'm M. Wynn, ABC News.
Erin Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
it's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
When Natural Living Center wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Natural Living Center offers natural groceries, organic produce, the largest selection of supplements in the area, gluten-free products, and more for your health.
Every night is pizza night at Dragonfire Pizza. From wings, salads, and sides to our specialty wood-fired pizzas. You'll find everything you need to satisfy any craving by the slice or by the pie. A little slice of heaven is waiting for you at Dragonfire Pizza, Mill Mall, Ellsworth.
After the sudden loss of Holden Police Chief Chris Greeley, one man in Holden Fire Department wanted to honor the chief, and what better way to do it than to give to the charity that Greeley started himself. With that, these bracelets were created for a $5 cash donation to Holden's 25 Days of Kindness campaign. You can take one of these commemorative bracelets home. It's a way to remember Chris and add to his legacy with a small donation.
Super beneficial for our department and the police department to really work together after such a tragic issue or loss to our community and to our public safety group here. So I think it means a lot for us to really bond together after that, and this has really brought us really close.
You can stop by the town hall or the fire department during normal business hours to pick up a bracelet. They've only ordered 500 and have already sold over 100. They only take cash, so keep that in mind before you go. It was a big weekend for the Snowmobile Club in Aroostook County. The Northern Maine Ice Busters created the largest ice carousel in the world. They began cutting a circle through the nearly 30-inch ice last week. The club and their many volunteers got it spinning over the weekend thanks to several outboard motors and eventually a pickup truck that was connected to the icy disc. By the time it was over, it measured 1,776 feet across. That's enough for the world record. According to the Bangor Daily, the former record holders from Minnesota also traveled to Maine to present a trophy. They even helped carve ice around the disc to keep it spinning. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs and find out how long that ice will last. Devin?
Alrighty, here we go. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, they are Paramount. Give them a call for a free estimate today. Here we go. So a small crowd advisory posted until about the noon time frame as we head towards your Tuesday along the coast. Gusty winds today and maybe a little bit into tomorrow will cause some issues with some surf, but by noon tomorrow we'll start seeing things improving in that regard. We're down at 2 to 3 foot wave heights in some areas, so overall not too bad, but further out towards sea becoming a little active. We'll see some more activity as the day progresses on, as we'll be watching for the winds to pick up as well. On land, we're not too bad. A partly cloudy sky, at least at this point. We'll be watching for increasing clouds for the rest of the afternoon. Chances for a few snow showers cannot be ruled out late in the day as well. Rain and snow showers possible later this evening, too. We're starting to see this develop now, moving from the west, going toward the east, located right about in here, so we'll keep this going as we do proceed forward in time later on today and in parts of tonight. So futurecast moving forward, a mostly cloudy sky for us today. There is some rain and snow showers possible later this evening as well, but notice by early tomorrow morning it gets out of here very quickly. We'll be watching for some clouds and maybe some clearing of the skies as well, so we'll welcome in a little bit of sunshine as we head towards Tuesday morning. Then by Tuesday night the clouds begin to break up as well, so we'll start seeing those taper off moving forward from there. And then by Wednesday, watching for a little bit more in the way of cloud cover that will begin to move in as well. So as for anything snow wise, maybe a little bit to the north, half inch or less before we're all finished up. Hardly anything further down to the south, if anything at best, so nothing too meaningful going on there. But then we're going to be watching for another system that will begin to get going, especially as we head towards Wednesday night and in parts of Thursday. A wintry mix of some ice possible in a few spots and snow to the north. We'll need to watch that closely with an eventual transition to rain and maybe a break as we head towards Thursday morning. The more rain on the way with the front moving through. So by Friday morning, we'll start to look better as things start to taper off there. So a forecast for today, lower 40s, increasing clouds, maybe a few snow showers late in the afternoon. South wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Tonight looks like this, mid-30s, a few rain and snow showers possible. No big deal at all. South wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, here we go. Mid-50s, partly cloudy and mild out there. This will be a nice temperature. West wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Already a Paramount Paving extended forecast. So this is how wintry mix possible on Wednesday. Highs in the upper 30s. Mid-50s on Thursday. That wintry mix switches over to all rain. Good Friday will be partly cloudy with temperatures in the upper 40s.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6.